On the WeTV series, Mary, Tina Campbell found out that there was an adulterous relationship that happened in the course of her marriage. And it's nothing new. There's a lot of people who go through it, but it was one of the ones that was broadcasted. So I think my question to you is, what was the first step? Because there is a sister out there who's listening right now, this very second, who is going through the exact same thing.
Right.
And she doesn't know where to take that first step. So for you, what was the first step?
Well, first of all, I want to clear some things up. It wasn't that simple. It was a lot of affairs over a lot of years. And I found out over several months. And all this time, I was trying to forgive my husband. So, as I thought I was becoming better.
How the hell you come back from that? I don't...
Bruh, I appreciate that. She was just like, hold on, let's be clear. It was multiple, several. Wow.
Wow. Sister, I'm going to give you so much props right now for having the faith, the love for this man, or maybe just the determination for your marriage to work. And you stayed.
Wow.
Now, he may have had to pay for it. He may have had to, foot rubs every day for 13 years. I don't know what y'all had to do about it. He may have had to give you a massage every day. I don't know if he had to stub his toe every day for a week. I don't know what your punishment for him may have been, but the fact that you still there, I'm gonna give you props for that, because I don't know if as much as I love this woman, because this is the channel for married people, by married people, for people who want to be married. So we are pro-marriage to death, but that right there, this right here, that ain't just he cheated. That's he cheated multiple times, and then you found out over several months, which means you found out, you approached him about it, he said I'm sorry, but didn't tell you about the other 32 times that he did it, and then you kept on finding out stuff, and he kept on lying about it, and you still there. Oh, wow. May the Lord be with you, sister.
Yeah, he had to for this.
Right here, this. My goodness. Okay, I'm quiet.
Thought I was becoming better and forgiving and letting go and moving forward and, trying to get back to the real us. I kept finding, oh, there was another one. Oh, there was another one. Oh, that wasn't a couple months. That was actually this long. Oh, there was another one. So I'm just like, the minute I think I'm standing, I'm getting knocked down, and I'm standing, I'm getting knocked down, and I'm better, and I'm not better. So it was really challenging, and I didn't intend to have all of that play out on TV, truthfully.
Talk to the woman who's there right now. And how did you step out of that? How did you get out of that?
Let me get this to you. I just can't give up now. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to leave me. I had to hold on to that because I was like, God, you did leave me. You set me up. You fixed me. I'm out here being inspirational, singing your music, and this is what's going on in my crib. And then I had to realize God didn't do nothing to me. God didn't do that to me. My husband made them choices. Right. So I had to stop being mad at God. I had to realize there's people that are born with cancer. There's people that are molested and raped when they're early. There are people that lose everything, their whole family, people who kids all get killed. Like everybody, people in the world deal with devastating things. I was like, why am I exempt? Why do I get to live a good life and not deal with any challenges? So I had to realize, you know, bad things happen to good people. What do you do with what happens? You don't let things take you out. My father always quoted the scriptures from the book of Psalms.
Oh, bad things happen to good people. I like that. Cause that's real. What you want?
I was going to let it keep on playing. I just had to let that sit for a minute because that's very true. For those of you who've been rocking with us for a while, we shared with you what happened with me when I was diagnosed in 2022. Yeah, I was diagnosed in 2022 with non-Hodgkin's B-cell lymphoma. And I shared with you guys, like, anytime anything resembling the C word, when you go to the doctor's office, you freak out. You're just like, wait, what? What? Like, what? Is it cancer? Like, you have a bump on your arm. Is that cancer? Like, you know, nobody wants to hear or see that. And I think that's a natural reaction that people would tend to have. Like, Lord, why you letting this happen to me? I thank God for the shifting of my mindset over the past several years and understanding that it's not, why did he do this to me? Or why did he allow this to me? Like she just shared, why not me? Things happen to people all the time. Why should I be exempt? My prayer was and still is, Lord, show me why. What is the reason? What is the purpose? Romans 8:28. And we know this, that all things work together Full stop. All things, so good and bad, all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So my prayer since then and always is, what is it that you need to show me, show us with this situation?
All I'm saying is I'm going to give her a hand clap. Okay. For being out here.
That's a lot.
No, not her, you. I'm giving you a hand clap because you out here quoting books and chapters and verses and stuff. Most of us don't read the Bible. We're not going to lie about it. Most of us don't read it. We don't crack the Bible open. Nope. And anybody who quotes books, chapters, and verses nowadays, that part. It used to be more common back in the day. Back in the day, you used to use the Bible to beat people over the head. So you read it because you had to, use it as weapon. Oh boy! Nowadays we don't even use it as weapon. Okay. So I just want to say,
I need it.
I'm just saying. I don't know too many people nowadays who quote books, verses, and chapters and stuff. I don't know too many people who do that, and I'm just gonna give you your props on that one.
Let me tell you, the way life been lifing, y'all. Like I need that book. I need Jesus, or else I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, we'll tell you about that one later too. Okay, so now what I'm gonna go into is a little bit of an offshoot of what she's doing. Now what's happening to her was all bad. It sucked. It was terrible. This is one of the things that for those of you who are trying to achieve a very highly successful career or purpose, there are drawbacks to having that level of success. Yep. Not necessarily that your mate is going to cheat on you. There's a lot of people who experience that, obviously. A lot of times it's the mate that's out that's cheating, not necessarily the mate that's at home. But one of the things with having these very busy, very work-involved careers or purposes is that you're not allowed the time necessary to make sure that your relationship is always in a certain place. Let me tell y'all this thing about men, ladies. And maybe if she was told stuff like this in all honesty and sincerity, without saying that there is no fault, but this is how men are and this is how women are, certain things could have been avoided. Maybe they could have made arrangements to make sure that she can do what she got to do and make sure that certain things was at home. Or maybe he had signs that he was already a serial cheater and she was not paying attention. We don't know. Maybe he just was in a position of power and prestige to the point that he just could not handle the temptations that came upon him. It could be a lot of different things, but guess what? If you're aware of them, you could try to diminish the possibility of certain things happening. Tell y'all something about men. Men love... We like it a lot. The walls. Thank you. I forgot. I ain't been talking about the walls. Yeah, the walls are magically delicious. Now, first of all, 95 to 98, 9.9% of us ain't gonna make it to marriage and never have a taste of the walls. Even for those of us that do. When we do have a taste of the walls, your mind has now been exposed to some of the most amazing / damaging thing on the planet. We are talking about the thing that has brought down and caused many a men, even in the Bible, those who are the most revered names in the Bible, to fall flat on their face. People like Adam, who knew no sin, walked away from God. Once the woman had ate of the fruit, I suspect it may have had something to do with the walls. Personally, I'm just saying, throwing that out there. It doesn't say that in the book, but I'm just using my mind because there was a man named David who went and had a whole husband killed so that he can get to the walls woman, that he wanted. There was a man who was the strongest in the whole world at the time, Samson. He went and was completely stupefied by the walls woman. It was the woman. He was stupefied by her. Then the wisest man in the world had the nerve to have 1,000 women at his disposal. 300 wives, 700 concubines.
That's ridiculous.
I would dare you to try to convince me that he did not partake of any of it. That is a lie.
Look, in my opinion, it can't be done.
But I could be wrong.
So we're talking about the thing that has brought down some of the most influential and close to God people in the Bible, even Abraham.
Seriously? Yeah.
You think he was upset when his wife was like, you should go ahead and maybe have a baby with her because God said he was having a baby, but he know he wasn't talking about it with me because I can't have no babies. You should go over there. You think he was like, no, I doth protest. He was like, really? You think so?
If you really want me to.
Yeah, you mean me in my old age, I should go meet with that young thing over there that works for us. Tell me more about that. That's what happened.
Hey, listen, I'm just kidding.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons. So men in the wiles of women, they don't necessarily do well.
Nope.
And the more access and the more women are throwing it at you, the harder it is for a man to walk away from that.
You know that I'm telling the truth.
Now, I'm telling y'all this because I want you to know the information, not to say that it's okay for a man to do that. Yes, a man should exercise control. The difficulty level on this is like saying, hey, as a human, you should just not have any emotions. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Is a part of us because it's a part of our biology, is a part of testosterone, of which we have 17 times on average more than women. Women have zero clue what it's like to have the libido of a man.
What do you mean? You don't understand, okay? You'll never know.
When you get married to a man, you need to take this in. Take it in. Take it in, ladies, because a lot of women were not told, oh, y'all can't partake of the wiles of the woman walls of the wall. Y'all can't partake of the wiles whenever you just feel like it and expect your marriage to be okay.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just make it real flat. Women, y'all got 3 good days.
Are you serious? Yep.
Before your man go from the sweetest man on earth to somebody who wanna burn the daggone house down. Y'all got 3 days. Y'all got 3 days max. After 3 days, he gonna start treating you different. You ain't so sweet no more.
Damn.
Okay? I'm just gonna tell it to you because some of y'all need to know exactly what be going on in the minds of men because we different than y'all. And I'm pretty sure this is something that she didn't know. How could she? She out on all of these tours, one of the most successful gospel acts of all time. So I know she was out and she was busy and she was doing her thing. And you think you're gonna leave your husband just sitting at home and ain't nothing gonna happen?
Not the best idea.
And then if he was somebody who was prone to cheating anyway, well, it was probably nothing you was gonna be able to do, to be honest.
I'm sorry.
And no, I'm not saying in any way this is her fault, but a lack of information causes damage.
Yeah.
And most women don't understand this about men because they're trying to make men women.
Listen, the Bible says my people are destroyed for their lack of knowledge. That's across the board when you don't know things.
And there's certain things that men need to know about women. Guys, the most important thing for you to show your woman is that she is loved. And the funny thing is we see it in front of our faces, but we don't get it. And that's in the Bible too. That's in the Bible, especially when they talk about wives.
Yes.
You're supposed to show the wives that you love them. That you love them, you're supposed to sacrifice for them. That's Bible. But we always talk about how women love validation and they get validations from social media. You hear that in a lot of relationship-based content. Women are doing things for validation. You know, a part of validation is showing them that you love them. That's validation. Validating your woman, your wife. You got to validate her so that she feels valued and so that she feels that she's appreciated by you by showing her that you love her and sacrificing for her. And a lot of us, you know, that's part of going to work and working all them hours, and that's part of the sacrifice. These are things that a lot of people just don't know.
True.
That's true.
Yes.
I really didn't know.
Men want validation too, but there's a different level of importance from men to women. That's part of the reason why social media is so huge. I've seen women be like, yeah, I was gonna get married, but then he wanted me to get rid of my Instagram and I told him no, and so we broke up. Bruh. Validation is a monster to women, just like the walls is a monster to men.
Yes.
And if you don't know this stuff,
That's crazy though.
you could take a big L.
What happens? You don't let things take you out. My father always quoted the scripture from the book of Psalms that says, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. I always thought I was strong. And so when this was happening, I was like, I'm not strong. I'm just weak. But something in me was like, yes, you are, Tina. Don't quit. But I was like, I can't fight. Don't quit. But I can't win. Don't quit. So I just fought to believe. I fought to love. I fought to let go. I fought to forgive. I fought hard to forgive. It was a process.
Do you ever get to forgetness, or are you on your way to forgetness?
I'll tell you that I don't get to the point of forgetting, and I'll tell you why. I understand that some people are just chosen to be examples to show other people what you can go through, grow through, and get through.
Right.
I think I'm one of those people. So I won't forget, because I've got to be able to share with people, this is where I was 1 year ago. 1 year ago, I was attacking my husband. I was fighting, stabbing, crashing, drinking, cursing, doing all of this kind of stuff, plotting and planning and I was going to go through with all of it if God wouldn't have rescued me. But I prayed constantly. I would act crazy, do crazy stuff, and then I would pray and be like, God, if you help me, I ain't going to trip. But if you don't help me, I'm going to kill somebody.
Right.
These were my regular everyday conversations. I'd be up under my covers screaming my sister's song, help, Lord, I need your help. because I felt like I was going crazy. I was like, I ain't even a good mother. I ain't a good Christian. I wasn't a good wife. What do I have to offer the world? And I was just constantly like, God, help me to think different. Help me to.
That's real talk.
And he had to take all of them L's. See, not only did he have to take the L's for the stuff that he did, because of the position he put himself in, he had to take L's for her issues she was having in other parts of her life that may not have necessarily had anything to do with him. Because she started talking about, I'm not a good mother, I'm not a good Christian. She talking about jumping, stabbing. Bruh. Ladies, don't jump and stab. Look, men is just gonna start calling the cops on y'all jokers. Yep. And eventually we get enough Johnny Depp situations, they gonna believe us.
Maybe.
It's happening.
It's possible.
Because some of y'all feel like because he hurt your feelings that you got the right to assault him. You don't.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Y'all do like men got to do with their aggression. Go and get a punching bag and go off.
And run.
Run.
I'm going to give her props, bro.
Think different. Help me to see if there's more to me than this. If I'm stronger than I feel right now, help me to see it. If I am lovely, if I'm beautiful, if life will ever feel like life again, God, please help me. And I would pray this prayer every single day. And I was writing it out. And eventually my bad days became less. I started to get stronger. I started to be able to replace negative thoughts with positive thoughts. I started to pray for the people that I was planning to kill before. Right. You know what I mean? And I started getting stronger. And I noticed as I started trying to forgive, I was getting better. And I was like...
And that's what it does to you.
Forgiveness was holding me hostage.
Forgiveness is not for the other person. It is for you.
Right there.
Yeah.
And
that was a lot. That was bars. That's real life. That's real talk. Because life be life in y'all. And we got to learn how to be able to deal with a lot of these real life situations that be happening because they happen.
So I just want to throw one more thing in there. We're not saying that you as a person should deal with cheating in your marriage. It is the one time in the Bible specifically where they say it's okay for you to get a divorce. Yep. I've heard some religious people say that you shouldn't even do that because of the circumstances under which that command came. But regardless, it's there. And I'm not saying necessarily that we would necessarily be able to get over the other partner cheating in marriage or that any of this was her fault whatsoever, because that's definitely not what I'm saying. Okay. But I had to commend her on doing something that I don't know that I would have the strength to do, because there's a certain amount of hurt. Like, that's literally hitting you down in the very connection between you and your partner. That's hitting at the very core of your relationship. To get over that is not something that everybody can do, understandably. And for her to get over it, having it done multiple times and over publicly, a long period of time and in public, there's a serious level of strength that it takes to do that. And I just wanted to give her props for that and say, I don't know if I could.
No, I'll tell you what the answer to that is, hell no.
So I'm definitely not telling anybody else that that's what they should or shouldn't do, but I just get props where you gotta get props. When somebody show that extra level of Christendom,
can I get an amen? Yes!
When they that Jesusified, that they really holding on to the stuff, when the things in the book become something that you actually do, I like to be able to give props to people for doing it, whether you believe it or not, because most people fall short. Most of us would be like, well, I could never do that. Yeah, but most of us just don't have the strength or the spirit of forgiveness in us to do it, myself included. You know, I give props to anybody with that type of personal strength or that type of relationship with God to forgive on that level. Like, that's
a lot.
Whoa.
If you made it this far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so that way you can tell YouTube that you appreciate the content we putting down. But I think that's going to wrap it up for today.
That's it.
That's it.
We's done.
Peace.